Good day, I'm Matthew Kravitz with the Colonial News Network. We interrupt with breaking news from the Rhode Island colony. Earlier today, colonial militia forces launched a devastating attack against the Narragansett people in what is already being called the Great Swamp Fight. The battle, fought in the frozen land of South Kingston, is one of the bloodiest events of King Philip's War. Colonial militia from Massachusetts, Plymouth, and Connecticut joined forces, striking a Narragansett stronghold. Reports say entire villages were burned, with heavy casualties on both sides. To begin, we go live to our field reporter, Tate Lacoste, who is on the ground near the scene.
Matthew, I'm standing here at the edge of the swamp where the fighting just took place. The air is still heavy around here, and the snow is still trampled with musket shots and footprints here. I was talking to some eyewitnesses, and they told me that they saw soldiers marching across the frozen lake, which they weren't able to do if it were warmer. They got into the fire, or they set fire to the settlement. Many people were trapped, and unfortunately, several hundred died. Even colonial soldiers suffered as well. The Narragansett had tried to remain neutral, but unfortunately, it just didn't work out for them. Back to you, Matthew.
Thank you, Tate. It certainly seems like the environment played a big impact in this tragedy. For more, we turn to our weather and geography correspondent, Joden.
Thank you, Matthew. The swamp itself became the battlefield. Normally, it would be too wet to cross, but the freezing December temperatures turned it into solid ice. That let colonial soldiers march right into where the Narragansett thought was a safe place. But now, the same weather is making things worse. Wounded people, soldiers, and families are trapped in freezing winds and snow. Today, the geography and weather weren't just a part of the battleground, but they shaped how the battle happened and who survived.
Thank you, Joden. The events here cannot be understood without looking deeper into cultural forces at play. We now turn to our correspondents for context, beginning with customs, religion, and social structures that shape this conflict.
Tired of damp and leaking roofs? Try England shingles, guaranteed to last through at least one New England storm, or your money back in pelts. England shingles, keep your home safe from storm.
As the customs correspondent, I can tell you that colonial militias and native peoples lived under very different cultural codes. For the Narragansett, hospitality and alliances were deeply rooted customs. They had offered shelter to Wampanoag allies earlier in the war. Colonists, however, viewed this as aiding the enemy. The clash of customs, one side practicing kinship and refuge, the other demanding loyalty to colonial law, laid the groundwork for today's violent outcome. Understanding these cultural divides helps explain why trust broke down so quickly.
Here in Rhode Island, religion also played a powerful role. The English Puritans see themselves as God's chosen people defending their covenant land. For the Narragansett people, a spirituality was woven into their life. The burning of their fort was not only a physical devastation, but also for a justification of war.
To native leadership, the Narragansett had a well-organized system with leaders called sachems, local councils, and alliances between villages. Today's attack didn't just break up families, it broke apart their way of governing. Survivors will likely have to flee in different directions, making it harder to stay united. On the colonial side, militias came together from several different colonies. Even though these places usually act separately, this battle shows that they're willing to work together when they see a common threat. That teamwork might have made them stronger in the war, but it also means that they are more violent against native peoples.
friends, and travelers. Warm yourself at the Rhode Island Tavern. Hot stew, strong ale, and a roaring crowd await you. Whether you be soldier, sailor, or farmer fresh from the fields, all are welcome at the Rhode Island Tavern, where good cheer conquers the cold.
Thank you, correspondent. To recap the situation, combined colonial force attacked the Narragansett settlement in South Kingston, Rhode Island, in what is being called a Great Swamp Fight. Hundreds of Narragansett lives have been lost, many colonials' soldiers are dead, and the region is in tragedy. This battle shows the hard realities of battling in the winter. The fight between customs and beliefs and the fragile structures that hold colonial and native societies together. We will continue to follow this developing story. For Colonial News Network, I'm Matthew Kravitz. Stay safe and good night.